A Fox News alert. Taiwan officials say the Chinese military has carried out an attack simulation exercise on the island following House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's trip to the region. Beijing also halting military climate ties with our country. Meanwhile, the Pentagon just delayed a scheduled intercontinental ballistic missile test to avoid angering the regime even more. Here to react is former State Department senior advisor under President Trump and George W. Bush, Christian Whiton. Good morning, Christian. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Joey. How are you?
Listen, when I saw this happen, we have Speaker Pelosi plans this trip in secret, and it's believed that the White House leaks it. So then we all say, hey, you know, she has to go on this trip. It makes us look weak if she doesn't. So she does. If we took a step back, a 30,000-foot view, was the timing of this trip smart, or did it cause problems we didn't need to have?
You know, I don't think we should allow our schedules to be influenced, frankly, by the Chinese Communist Party. I guess it was slightly awkward in the sense that it was the 95th anniversary of the People's Liberation Army. It was probably scheduled, I believe it was scheduled early in the speaker's tenure. This is probably her, final year of office, but it was delayed, and so it probably wasn't intentional. It's also in the run-up to the time before the the Chinese Communist Party has its every 5-year Congress this fall. So Xi Jinping is dealing with a lot of things now. He's dealing with Taiwan. He's dealing with an economy that's in a tailspin because of a real estate crisis. On the other hand, they are the ones who have made a big deal out of this. So, there's that.
You know, the one China policy kind of came out of a sever between Russia and China. The Sino-Chinese relations dissolved. We came in, took advantage of it. Obviously, Nixon famously did so. And now we look at where we are now, and China and Russia are coming closer together. We've got Ukraine on one hand, and conservatives have been warning about Taiwan for a while. Should we see these exercises and China's reaction as that kind of status quo posturing, or is there a real chance that China will take action on Taiwan, perhaps seeing this as their best opportunity?
Right. The one China policy probably made a lot of sense when it happened. It divided, as you pointed out, the Soviet Union, our chief adversary at the time, from China. But today, any American who goes to China and goes to Taiwan realizes these are two different countries. It's obsolete. You're right also that these are alarming exercises that are taking place. There's a real question if China, despite spending trillions on an arms buildup, has the capability to take Taiwan and has the confidence to do that. So it probably doesn't this time. It's sort of 19 out of 20 times this is just Chinese posturing, just them expressing anger, and they think they can get away with it because of the weakness we've seen from Joe Biden. But there is that outside chance of a war. Incidentally, people are very focused on the Taiwan Strait as the flashpoint for a war. It probably is. If there were a war with China, this could be much, much bigger. It could encompass the entire Pacific Rim, or at least the western part of it, and completely disrupt our economy, our supply chain, our imports.
Could Taiwan defend itself today, or would it require U.S. munitions and basically involvement to defend itself?
That's a big question. Again, China hasn't been in a war since 1979 when they got in a little border war with Vietnam and got their nose bloodied, actually. It's different than rolling into Ukraine, as Putin has done. It requires a maritime invasion. That's always tricky. The Trump administration expedited things to turn Taiwan into a porcupine, as they called it. These are quick weapons that can be delivered quickly, unlike bigger ticket items like the F-35 fighter, which they wanted, or submarines, which take a long time to build. So that's a real question people have, and Xi Jinping would also have that question in his mind. It's probably too risky for him to undertake now, but the trend lines are going in the wrong direction. Of the $7 trillion in extra money we've spent as a result of COVID, not a dime of that has gone to increase our force posture in the Pacific, which has deteriorated as we've pursued wars and nation buildings in Middle Eastern backwaters, and frankly, Ukraine has been a drain, so we're sort of tempting them.
Christian, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for your expertise, and let's hope this gets settled soon.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.